Alright, so we're looking at the new 7.34 patch updates. It starts off with this. Nobody plays Captain's Mode, so no one cares. Alternative cast abilities. Updated the UI for many abilities that were using autocast to enable different behaviors on an ability. Alternative cast abilities can be toggled the same way as autocast to adjust their cast behavior. Alternative cast abilities have a unique icon for the different casting modes. Holding the control key will allow you to cast the non-selected version of the ability without having to toggle it. Sorry, Acorn Shot. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, a simple UI change. I'm sure that'll. It's hard to think about without playing, but I bet you that'll be relevant somehow. Added a new stat, slow resistance. Uh-oh. Reduces the impact of slows on your hero by a percentage. So now we have a percent slowing you, and you get I guess you get a percent. The impact of slows by a percentage. Says resistance. Scan now has 2 charges. Big fan of this. I love scanning and I love forwarding. But now that scan has 2 charges, I think it'll hopefully be used more at the casual level, because I feel like scans are pretty much only used if you think they're roshing, or that's it. But maybe now, with being 2 charges, I mean, yeah, that's like literally a double uptime. Killing Roshan no longer guarantees control of any watchers on the map. I didn't know it did that in the first place. Main jungle watchers have been moved. Adjust the position of the triangle watchers. That's right, it is a triangle now because it has the second ancient camp. I forgot about that. Alright, let's go into items. That's what people want to see, right? The blood grenade. I never bought any of these, so they're probably not that good anyways. Refresher shard. Now gives you some stuff. That's cool. I don't get that because I don't play heroes that need refresher. Smoke of Deceit. I love smoking. Disguise of duration increased to 45 seconds. Yeah, fine. While the caster is disguised, any allies that come within 300 range of them will also get the buff. Each smoke can only be applied once to allies. It cannot be reapplied. So I think I need to see what that means, but so that's like if I smoke without Luke next to me because he's farming mid or whatever BS he says, he can still get the smoke later. That's really cool. I think a lot of these so far, a lot of these changes are kind of for just casual players. Tango consuming nature's prophet. I think I'm doing this the wrong way. I should be doing it like this. That way you can't see what's coming up. But this is stupid. This is bad. Arcane Blink, sure. Arcane Blink's kind of irrelevant. Unholy Strength now grants 35% slow resistance, sure. Love some slow, because it's the new stat, slow resistance, okay. Battle Fury buff, kind of. I mean, the -5 damage is going to hurt early on for people like PA and stuff, but I think you're already getting the 5 back up here, so. Chrysalis, recipe cost, yeah, it is, it's a full buff. Daedalus, you're $50 off when it's a late game item, so the 50 gold really doesn't matter. Silver Edge, recipe cost increased, total cost unchanged. Oh, because. Okay, sure. I don't know how that works out, but Soul Stealer maximum damage bonus increased to 30. Oh, great. That's fun. I like that a lot because I feel like a lot of people don't value the 20 deso stacks, but at 30 now that's a lot of damage. That item is gonna, wow. I guess a lot more people are gonna be building it. More carries specifically, maybe mids, but probably just carries. No longer roots creeps. Didn't really know that. Disperser suppressed now affects all units in ooh, that's pretty good. I think. Like, it used to just be a targeted single ability, so now it's got a little bit of an AoE. But I mean, yeah, that's a solid buff because no one was really buying Disperser either. I mean, I used it once and it was kind of confusing. Hannah minus now Transmute now has 2 charges. Initially comes with 1 charge. Charge restore time 100 seconds. I don't remember what the original time was, but Hannah Midas is about to become really popular because it already was pretty popular in the last update. So now it's just even more money. Imagine trying to get your 3 ogre to not buy Hand of Midas. Like, that's not happening. That's gonna be a mandatory ogre item for like ever. Harpoon. Draw forth has a mana cost. Cool. Disarm no longer pierces debuff immunity if applied beforehand. No, that sucks. Huge nerf. So you can just BKB off Halberd. Right? That's what that means? Helm of the Overlord. Dominate now increases neutral creep ability levels by 1. That probably does something. I don't know. Holy Locket. Refreshing the item now fully restores or fully charges energy charge. Okay. Oh, ooh, wait, that's kind of crazy. You can you can Holy Locket refresher Holy Locket. Yo. That's an awesome build. I'm gonna do that next time I play Undying. Sure hope he wasn't nerfed. Lincoln Sphere. Transferable spell block from multiple sources now refreshes the buff instead of playing instances and blocking spells. Wait, what? Okay. My little brain is working. I don't get it. But Maelstrom. Chain Lightning now deals 150 damage to illusions. Oh, because it was... Oh, what? Get it. That's my dog. Mjolnir. Chain Lightning now deals 150 damage to illusions. Yeah, so it's the same, but it's just carrying over. Monkey King Bar. Recipe decreased. Total cost decreased by $75. Nice. Nullify no longer purges debuff immune targets. Huh. Overwhelming blink. Damage on impact decreased from that to that. Okay. Overwhelming blink now deals 100% strength damage over time, or over the duration of the debuff. Okay, so it's kind of flat. It's a little bit of a nerf as like to initial damage, but overall it does the same. Burn deals 150 damage to illusions. Good. I hate illusions. Revenant's Brute. Phantom Presence no longer grants attack speeds. Province, not presence. Phantom Province now applies a negative 20% magic resistance debuff to enemies on attack that lasts. Phantom Province no longer deals no damage debuff immune targets, but reduction by magic resistance still applies. Rod of Atos, recipe change, now requires staff of registry. No longer provides strength and agility bonuses, intelligence bonus decrease. Damn. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, it's way cheaper, so I guess now it's a little bit more of a support item, which I think it should have been in the first place. But Gleipnir total cost completely decreased. Wow. Oh, right. Because it's, yeah. That makes sense. Shiva's Guard, Arctic Blast now deals 152 illusions. Damage bonus increased from 25 to 30. Oh boy, this is going to be a long one, isn't it? Abyssal Blade. Damage bonus increased from 30 to 35. Does anyone buy Abyssal Blade? I guess you do once you get Basher, but Soul Ring. Recipe cost decreased. Nice. I wonder if this will make it come back a little bit. You sacrifice... Yeah, you get a lot more mana. But it's $50. I don't remember what nerfs were made to it that made everyone move off of Soul Ring, but I kind of hope it comes back. Just so I can play Mars again. Spirit Vessel. Recipe change now requires Urn of Shadows. Crown No longer provides health bonus. All attributes bonus increase from 2 to 12. That's fun. I like that. Veil of Discord. Discord. So we guess now additionally deals 200 damage to all barriers. Ooh. Huh. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, because, yeah, you cast this. I know, I forgot what Veil of Discord was for a second. Yep. That's pretty good. I guess because before just didn't do anything to barriers. That's a little bit of a buff for it. It's a pretty cheap item, and I don't know how many people actually buy it. Neutral items. Replenish mana cooldown. It's whatever. It's pretty good. That could be interesting. 16% slow. Imagine, yeah. There's a lot of slows I'm noticing, and there's also slow resistance, so that's why it's like the slow resistance does that nerf the Lancer Pursuit, so they had to buff it. But now it's got 16%, so if you don't have slow resistance, anyways, magic resistance bonus decrease. I always thought the 10% was really high for a tier 1 neutral item, but at the same time, I only ever got it as a 5 or a 4 support, so like Pigpole. I kind of needed as much as I could get. All attributes decreased from 6 to 5. Sure, I guess people were buying Pigpole. That's a pretty good item. Seeds of Serenity. Regen increased. Hell yeah. Dragon Scale. Blah, blah, blah. No longer applied by illusions. Good. Aquila Aura bonus minus regen. Oh, nice. So Specialist Array buff. Ranged heroes are making a comeback. Bambrace. Strength magic resistance bonus decreased from 10 to 8. Ceremonial Robe. Mana bonus decreased from 350 to 300. Boo! Certain Strike magic bonus increased from 225 to 250. Nice. Love that. I always... That 225 extra damage feels so good. It makes you feel like you're really strong, but it's just the neutral item doing work. Ogre Seal Totem. Mana cost decreased. Yes! Oh, I love Ogre Seal Totem. No, I feel like no one uses it, but I love the sound it makes and just flopping on the ground. It's fun. Titan Sliver. Status resistance bonus decreased from 12 to 10. Okay. Now provides a 20% slow resistance bonus. I guess just passively, that's pretty good. That's really good. Assuming you're against a team that has a lot of slows. Now also grants 40% slow resistance. Sure, it should, because the aesthetics cap, goes off and you're supposed to get a little bit of resistance, so they have to add that. Now pulls in nearby enemies by 100 units in 0.2 seconds, pushing away by 250 and 3. I like that. Yeah, because Havoc Hammer seemed really weird before. I didn't know what to really do with it, because it doesn't stun, it just like slows by 100%, which I wonder how that will work with the slow resistance. Anyways, I don't play 3, so it doesn't matter. Martyr's Plate now provides 5% health regen bonus. Redirects magical damage. Redirect amount increase from 20 to 25. Duration increase from 8 to 10. Dang. I don't think I've ever used this because I'm afraid of dying. So it'll be interesting to see someone who's good use that. Ninja Gear. Ooh, dang. That's tough. And that is tough. Ninja Gear or nerf for sure. Spell Prism. Love the Spell Prism. And they ruined it, so now I will never get to use it. Book of Shadows. Oh, hell yeah, tier 5s. Now only makes targets untargetable by enemies of the caster. Yes, Book of Shadows buff. But it's different because now in tier 5s you can just choose one, so I guess people were never choosing Book of Shadows. I would love to see the statistics behind like which tier 5s were picked most often now that you can choose your neutrals. But I have a feeling Book of Shadows is pretty low. Book of the Dead, I like Book of the Dead too, but it's just fun to use the Necronomicon units. Strength bonus decreased, intelligence bonus decreased. Oh, nerf. I guess a lot of people use the strength bonus increased from 15 to 20. Yeah, for a tier 5, you should get like a substantial amount of stats, I feel. Alright, now for the cool part. Heroes. Abaddon. Mist Coil. Cooldown rescaled. Sure. Damage heal rescaled. Sure. Wow, 300's a lot. That's kind of crazy. Alchemist. Corrosive Weaponry. No one uses that. Ancient Apparition. Ice Vortex. Duration decreased from... Ooh. That stinks. Vision Radius increased. What? Oh, of the Ice Vortex. Yeah, you couldn't really see that, but you didn't need to. I guess that's whatever. Talents 20 plus damage with plus 4 second duration. Well, fuck. Yeah, that stinks. I would say that's a nerf because this is really good. This is the whole point of global comp right there. Anti-Mage. Agnum Shard. Upgrade reworked. Previous effect removed. Now creates an illusion of anti-mage next to enemy caster upon reflecting their spell. Illusion deals 75% damage. Wow. Has a duration of 4 seconds. That's not terrible, but I could see that really, like, also if the illusion can eat their mana, that will, like, destroy supports. Especially for a shard. But New ability granted by Agnum Shard creates a counterspell shell around the targeted ally within 600 range. The shell similarly creates an illusion of anti-mage upon reflecting enemy spell. 3 sec. Dude. Oh. So is it a new spell or is it still counterspell? I think it says it's a new ability, so now he has counterspell and counterspell ally. Oh god. Why? That sounds annoying. Because he can also just do it on himself, right? Or maybe he can't cast it on himself. That'd be good if he can't cast it on himself, then Anti-Mage will never die. But talents. Level 10 talent. Blink cooldown, they just move those around. That's fine, I guess. Talent Mana Void damage multiplier increase from 0.1 to 0.15. Blink cast range decreased. Cool. So they're trying to get more people to take this one. They're trying to make him more of a Mana Void hero instead of just, like, I guess a killer, a right clicker. Arc Warden. Nobody plays this hero, so who cares? I'm just kidding. Is now a point targeted ability with 700 cast range that spawns the Tempest double in pointed area. Ooh, that's fun. Tempest version no longer provides magical attack bonus. Tempest version now provides base bonus attack. Dude! 80 attack damage? Like, imagine how fast you're taking bases with this. Like, because I Arc Warden. I mean, the magical attack bonus is already pretty good. I think it's just no one plays Arc Warden, so it's hard to. I say no one plays Arc Warden. There are a lot of people who play Arc Warden, but they're all tryhards and sweaty, and I don't play with sweaty tryhards. So, anyways, talents increased from 200 to 250. 30 magnetic. Plus 30 magnetic field, bonus attack speed, damage replaced with plus 25. So they nerfed it a little bit, but like reduced from 9 to 8 seconds. Axe ability, that's a great buff for Arc Warden. I think. I guess I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at Dota buff stuff. If he's picked a lot. Axe ability gain decreased from 2.0 to 17. Sure. Agility gain, not ability gain, bro. What the hell? Counter Helix damage increased from 80 on 110, 140, 170 to 95. Oh god. Some more base damage, I guess, because it still caps out the same. Now fully pierces debuff immunity. Nice. Nightmare sleeping units aren't awakened by any damage dealt by Bane. Bane now gains. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Bane right click build. Now removes nightmare effect from targeted enemy. Aw. I don't know if I guess that's good. I have a feeling that's good. That way it puts it on cooldown faster. So you're not. Yeah. Brain sap cooldown reduction increased from 2 to 5. Brain sap damage heal increased to 250. Neat. Flaming Lasso cast point increased. Cool. Call of the Wild Hawk ability reworks. Summons a hawk that circles around him and dives into an enemy within 500 range, dealing some damage and rooting them for. Hawk cannot be controlled, prioritizes its heroes, and is killed upon Beastmaster's death. Hawk has an attack interval of 4 seconds, but it scales with attack speed. Hawk duration 25 seconds. Cooldown. So it has a 5-second cooldown at level 4. Right, am I stupid? Or maybe I'd hope the cooldown starts after the bird goes down, but if it doesn't, that's a 5-second cooldown. That's pretty good. Hawk base health increased from 150. I think it's going to be once the bird comes in. I can't imagine you could have almost 100% uptime with like an Octarine core. Hawk base health increased to a whoa! Wow. Yeah, I guess since it's an actual like hero now, and not just a ward. Agnum Shard no longer grants a dive, and Shard hires some additional Hawk. Interesting. I do not play Beastmaster, so. Bloodseeker. Thirst. Max health heal creeps decreased from 11, 14, 17, 20% to a lot less. That's tough. Rupture duration decrease. Wow. They really said nerf Bloodseeker? This is coming from a guy who doesn't watch competitive play at all, so I don't know. I don't think Bloodseeker was like crazy good or anything, but It's not like they changed creeps a lot up in the other parts of the patch notes. Bounty Hunter, no one likes that hero, so we don't care. I'm just kidding. Agnum Shard upgrade, move to separate sub ability. Friendly Shadow is a new ability granted by Shard. Apply Shadow Arc and all of its bonuses to the target ally. Fade time 1 second. Does not break invisibility or interrupt the target. Wow. Bounty Hunter might actually be a... No, still... I mean, he's less useless. Definitely less useless... Yeah. Fuck. Definitely less useless now. But... As a support, I mean, as a 4, you're not really gonna... Or as a core, you're not really gonna want this. But as a... roamer, this could be a fun shard to get, especially if you're going to get it for free from the Tormentor. Brewmaster base armor increased by 1. I saw a lot of people on Reddit talking about this. It's going to like literally break the hero, and we're going to see Brewmaster every game now, so that's pretty awesome. Dealing or receiving magic damage also extends Brewmaster's own brewed upon duration. Don't know what that means. Fire stance, fix an issue. Brilliance did not get increased health from 20 talent. Neat. Brickleback. Viscous nasal goop. The scepter upgrade is removed. That's true. I haven't really seen Bristleback a lot recently. Maybe they're going to try to make him more of like an actual 3. Agnum Shard now increases stack limit by 3. Ooh, that's cool. Too bad the hairball sucks. Bristleback, now upgraded by a scepter, allows Bristleback to be point targeted. Bristle turns his back towards the targeted direction after 0.5 or after half a second, forcefully ejects 6 sequential quill sprays in a tight conical pattern out of his back at 0.35 seconds intervals. This is embarrassing, man. This is I need to stop reading out loud. Goddamn. He's slowed for the duration, disarmed, and cannot turn, but can still cast his spells in any direction. Cooldown 20 seconds. I guess you can cancel it, so it's cool, but that seems alright. I'll have to see it in practice to know if it'd be really worth it, but I have a feeling it's whatever. Hairball now applies 2 stacks of nasal goo and only 1 stack of quill spray. Fair. They're hitting Fog of War. Good. They should have been. They should have been from the start. This is going to be an ultimate catch thing. Like, if you're chasing someone, you just hairball them, and now they're slowed by 2 stacks, which I don't know how much slow that is, but it's a lot. Mana cost decreased. Cooldown decreased. Yeah, 20 seconds seemed like a lot for a hero that's all about casting as many spells as possible. Cool stack damage increased. Great. Regen increased. Great. Talent increased. Lots of buffs for Bristleback. I don't know how this scepter is going to work out, but I have a feeling it'll be pretty good. Broodmother base armor decreased by 1, thank God. Base strength increased by 1. Agility gain increased from 2.4 to 2.6. Lifesteal from creeps now reduced by 40%. Yay! Silken bullet impact damage decreased from that to that. Sure. General nerfs for Broodmother, which we all love to see. Because nobody really likes playing against Broodmother. And even in a Broodmother game, no one, not even Brood, is having a great time. Unless they're just taking a tier 3 at 20 minutes. Centaur. Radius decreased on the stun. Nah, that's okay. Cast point improved to 0 seconds. Wow, a frame 1 stun. That's pretty good. Oh, never mind. Now one's up for 0.5 seconds before the stomp. Can move during this time but can't attack. Casting other abilities using items either hold position or cancel current action commands will cancel the cast. So... what? I guess, okay, it's so that way you can, I see, so you cast a spell and he still has a cast point, it's just now you can move during that time, essentially, instead of being stuck in place. That's good, so you can chase people, you know, with your chase ability. New scepter, no! Oh, yeah! He deploys the cart, gaining the stampede buff for the first While active, the abilities, the workhorse goes on cooldown once the card disappears. Cooldown 30 seconds. Not terrible. Chaos Bolt Ooh, CK. Minimum stun increased to a max of 2 seconds. Maximum damage increased. Nice. Creep multiplier increased from 1.5 to 1.6. Ooh, CK's back. Talent lifesteal increased from 30 to 35. Yeah, CK's back, baby. 35% is a lot. Good luck killing this guy in lane. Chen. No grants. Bonus attack range for Chen. That's pretty good. Martyrdom. Nobody bought Ag Scepter. Cast an enemy's damage of the current value of the Hand of God. Whew. Neat. Agnum Scepter now increases the number of hits to kill burning skeleton archers by 1. Skeleton walk cooldown increased. Oh. Burning army spawn interval decreased a lot. Jeez, that's pretty good. Distance between spawn skeletons decreased, so the total range is way shorter. Cast range decreased. Dang. Okay. I don't know if I'd consider these nerfs though, because like now you just are more concentrated with all your attack. I guess this is probably a nerf, and that is what it's whatever. Maybe it's better for like an instant pop. Okay, I see. Yeah, this is a buff for sure. Clinks is gonna be back to going around and just instantly killing people. Skeleton walk cooldown reduction increased on that. Tar bomb attack damage decreased. Death Pact health increased. Strafe cooldown reduction increased. Okay, so nerfs ish. I guess nerfs. I don't know. I don't know a lot about new Clinks. I don't even think I've ever played them since 3.3 or 7.33. Clockwork. No CM spoilers. Clockwork. Rocket Flare. Projectile vision range while traveling decreased by a lot. Good. Overclocking now increases jetpack's movement speed bonus to 40%. Pretty cool. Ag Scepter. Now also allows CM to move, attack, and cast spells during freezing field for the duration of the period. Scepter time to frostbite increased by a lot. Oh no. I feel like when I bought Scepter, it didn't really frostbite people a lot. Like, you have to, I guess now you really have to time that with a bigger stun or something to get them to get frostbitten. But 2.5 seconds, that's, if you have Tidal and you immediately freezing field, you'll get them, you'll definitely get them. So it gives you like a second to react, just about. Crystal Clone, new ability granted by Shard. CM slides backwards, creating a clone of herself in her place. Clone times out after 5 seconds are destroyed. The level of frostbite is applied on all enemies within the 300 radius. Yo. New. Dog is barking. New Ravage stun? New Ravage stun on the way. Sheesh. Darkseer, vacuum, surge, normal punch, nobody cares. Dark Willow Bedlam is now a 900 range ally targeted ability. Can target self. If cast on ally, Jex travels to the ally at 800 speed and spins around them for the duration of the effect. Cool. Dark Willow buffs. Huge buffs, actually. That's really good. Because now Dark Willow doesn't have to actually be in. Dark Willow can still be in the backline. And do stuff. Dawnbreaker base armor increased by 1. Dawnbreaker damage. Starbreaker cast improvement from Dawnbreaker damage. No longer improves cast point. Stun now pierces debuff immunity. Good. Wait. Whoa! The BKB piercing stun. Dawnbreaker's relevance is going up, little bro. Here she comes. Dazzle. Shallow Grave. Mana cost decreased from ba-ba-ba to ba-ba-ba. Shadow Wave. Ba-ba-ba. Can now bounce between allies and enemies regardless of who it is cast on. Bad juju. What the fuck was the Ag Scepter? Health cost increased duration from 30, 25 to 20 seconds. Okay. Oh, the right click build. Right click Dazzle. It's coming. Base movement speed increased from 285 to No! Oh no! Spirit damage increased. Oh god. Level 20 talent. Move slow replaced with Crypt Swarm ability applies 50% slow for once. I mean, I think that's better generally because a 1 second slow is better than a 30-second slow. But these are good buffs for DP. So she's coming back too. God damn it. Disruptor Thunderstrike. If the target is trapped inside of the kinetic field, Thunderstrike now hits all other enemies inside the field. Huh. That's neat. Replaced with 10 Thunderstrike damage per strike. That's really not... I mean, I guess for a level 10 talent, that's fine. That's probably like an additional 100 damage or so to the spell. Disruptor's like still just based around his ult, and that's fine, I guess. Doom! I saw a lot on Reddit about this being crazy. Doom, Scorched Earth, now upgradable by Agnum Shard. Heals Doom and controlled units for 60% of the damage values. Neat! Infernal Blade. The shard is removed, stun duration increased. Oh. But he no longer applies Mute with Doom. He now makes a target unable to be healed, which used to be AA's thing. So Ancient Apparition nerfs or buffs or I don't fucking know. But Doom, this is not really great. The damage per second is increased by 10 at max level. Cooldown decreased by like 20 seconds. But the whole point about Doom was that you get muted so you literally can't do anything. And so the 25 talent now is Doom applies mute. I don't know if I like that. I mean, I guess it's fine, but like, yeah, now Anti-Mage is gonna be so good this patch. What the fuck? Dragonite, Dragon Tail. Cast range during Dragon form increased from 400 to 450. Neat! Elder Dragon form, movement speed increased. Good. Corrosive breath damage per second increased. Okay, sheesh. Now, Spence DK making a comeback too. Lots of buffs there. Draw Ranger Glacier is not stupid anymore. Love that. And the talents are multi-wave shots decreased from +3 to +1. No longer increases the total channel time, making all waves faster. For a 25 talent, you get all the way up to level 25. Nobody took this one anyways. And it increases it by 1. I don't know what percentage wise. You get what, 6 waves? So now instead of 6 waves in 5 seconds, you get 7 waves in 5 seconds. I think you still take the other 25 talent every time. Earth Spirit, Boulder Mash, Creep Multiplier, nobody plays their Spirit. Earth Shaker, Enchant Totem, bonus attack range increased. Cool. And the radius and aftershocks increased. Neat. Slight buffs. Elder Titan, Echo Stomp, radius decreased. They nerfed my Elder Titan. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Ember Spirit. Flame Guard, radius increased. Fire Remnant. Cast point increased. Agnum Shard, burn radius decreased. Cast point increased. Ooh. Cool, so you can actually kind of catch Ember now. Just a little bit. You have a better chance to, at least. I like this a little bit. I don't like playing against Ember Spirit, and I don't get it. Enchantress, lots to read. Base damage increased by decreased by 2. Enchant now. Agnum Scepter increases number of max enchanted creeps by 1. Previous shard upgrade. Untouchable attack slow decreased. Ooh, okay. Just a little bit of a nerf. Little Friends is now granted by Ag Scepter, and now roots the target in place for 2 seconds, plus 1.5 for each one within range. Cast it up to a minimum of 5 or maximum of 5 seconds. Sproink now granted by Shard. Ooh, Sproink was pretty good before, but targets is decreased from 3 to 2, and additional enemy search range decreased from 200 to 100. Cooldown increased, doubled. Wow. But it's like a quarter of the price, so that's a pretty good buff generally for Enchantress people, I think. I mean, some of this stuff sucks, like the base damage and the attacks will decrease, but you're probably not going to notice the attack decrease that much. Like 100 at level 6 is already insane. Demonic Conversion no longer cast on units. Now a no target ability that summons 3 Eidolons, 100 units left right behind Enigma. Now has a health cost of 75. Ooh, health cost? What? Damage interval increased from 1 to 0.5. Total damage unchanged. Cool. I like that. And then the talent speed decreased. So, kind of nerfs because demonic conversion was the whole reason Enigma would just would stomp lane. Fuck, how do I go back? There you go. Was the whole reason he'd stomp lane because you could just take your own creep. So this just makes him a little bit easier to play against. I'd say that's generally a nerf in my opinion, but that might be a stupid opinion because this is also really good. Even though the name is unchanged, this just means people are going to be more aware of Midnight Pulse, and it's not like anyone was just sitting in Midnight Pulse to begin with. Void. Level 15 talent, negative 1 second time lock cooldown replaces 50 time lock damage at 15. So maybe Void could be a little bit of a earlier game hero. I mean, yeah, you still are supposed to fight with your ult off cooldown, essentially. Or you're supposed to fight when your ult is up. And farm when it's on cooldown, but... And then the 20 talent is just switched. So, generally similar, but to be fair, people weren't taking time lock damage. Oh, that's right. Because the other 20 talent is the attack speed, plus 90 attack speed in Chronosphere. And I think people are probably going to take the time lock cooldown. Because while 90 is a lot of attack speed in Chronosphere, like, the time lock cooldown is really what keeps Faceless alive in the late game. And I don't want to wait until level 29 to get that 1 second. Grimstroke Phantom's Embrace now refreshes when the Phantom reaches Grimstroke rather than the moment Ren damage is dealt. Good. Projectile speed increased. Good. Inkswell buff duration increased. Good. Can now be detonated via... Ooh! Yes. Yes. Very good. Maximum stun duration increased at the beginning. Cast range increased. Wow. Soulbind now fully pierces debuff immunity. Sheesh. These are good Grimstroke buffs. He's looking pretty enticing to play. Gyrocopter. Rocket Barrage now grants Gyrocopter some slow resistance. Now additionally grants 2 Acceptor Sidegunner now attacks an additional target when Flat Cannon is active. Whoa. Oh wait. Okay. That's pretty good. That's still pretty good. It's not crazy, but that's pretty good. That could be really good. Huh. Hoodwink. My wife. Scurry now provides some attack and cast range. Nice. Gives you more reason to get it early on, I guess. Because before Scurry was pretty much just a getaway ability. That's kind of all. Or you get a little bit of evasion, but you got to be pretty lucky. And now Sharpshooter deals half of the damage to creeps that the bolt flies through. Magnum Scepter increases the projectile speed, and so the talent is changed to max damage. Neat. Good Hoodwink buffs, just a little bit, just barely touched. Huskar now additionally slows the target's attack speed by... What the fuck? Alright, Huskar is back. Huskar is... Wow. Huskar might be a decent 3. I don't know. I'm sure he's still going to be the mid, noob stomper. But that's crazy. Invoker. Okay, look. Look, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Kyle, you are the greatest Dota analyst. You can absolutely... I'm not going to read this. The cool thing is he's a universal hero, which makes sense. He should have been. Even though he's intelligent or whatever, but if his whole thing is like all these, like that's... Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'll leave these up here so you can like pause the screen and see. Now grants Invoker 10 to 80 health regen and 40 mana regen. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's crazy, dude. Overcharge. Ag Shard no longer grants spell amplification. Shard now grants slow resistance. Dang. Yakiro, Macropyre, Acceptor. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Acceptor no longer increases the distance. Now increases Macropyre width by 70. And bonus duration decreased from an additional 15 seconds to 5 seconds, which is... It stinks, I guess. But to be fair, people were walking out of it by the end of the 15 seconds anyways. Acceptor now adds 2 walls of fire, or what the 2 walls of ice along the edges of Macropyre to slow any enemies trying to cross them by 70%. Damage is pure and the slow pierces. Debuff immunity. Ice wall width. Oh my god. Wow. That is a good... That's crazy good scepter. Linger duration is 0.8. I want to see this too, because like this is all just numbers. I want to see how much larger it actually is, but I fully believe that that is going to be nice. That is what the Acceptor should have done though in the first place. When you have other support heroes like Dark Willow who get a sudden late game right click build like with their scepter, like now Jakiro will definitely be a better late game hero. I mean, not that he was a bad late game hero, but the Acceptor will become a lot more relevant. Because it keeps the pierce or the pure damage, which is really great. Juggernaut. +1 Battle Fury duration with replaced with the DPS and Blade Fury cooldown. Oh no. That's pretty good for him. 20 talent. Blade Dance lifesteal increase from 50 to 60%. Lifesteal is now calculated after armor reductions. So, probably generally close to the same. It might be a little bit of a buff. I'm not sure. Or it might be a nerf, because if it's before armor reductions, like people were probably oh no. Yeah, it might be a nerf. Anyways, no one cares. Puddle. Chakra magic. Mana restore decreased by about 20. Mana restore and cooldown reduction now 25% more effective when cast on self. Okay. Kunkka. Torrent damage and slow are now applied to all enemies in the torrent area throughout the duration, not just enemies caught by the stun. In the torrent area throughout the okay. I don't know what that means, but I think it's good. So maybe like you can't run into torrent anymore. X marks the spot. Return cast point decreased from that to that. Cool. Legion Commander, base strength decreased, base movement speed decreased, so nerfs, less rack. Diabolic Edict, mana cost decreased. 25 Talent Storm can bounce twice on units replaced by Pulse Nova triggers Lightning Storm. Summon a bolt every 2 seconds upon a random enemy and Pulse Nova radius prioritizes heroes. That is a good talent. That was a good 25 talent. Level 20 talent. Plus 100 Chain Frost damage replaced with Chain Frost on death. That kind of sucks. I mean, that's fine. I guess it's because Lich is like a skull. He's evil and dead. But, like, that kind of stinks. They're kind of just stealing that from Undying. Lifestealer. Oh, Lifestealer. 15 talent damage increased. And health increased. 25 talent. Feast Lifesteal replaced with Feast Lifesteal and damage. Dang. Lifestealer buffs. Lena. My wife. Dragon Slave damage decreased from 85. Decreased a little bit, okay. But now also burns enemies dealing 10, 20, 30, 40 damage per second for 1 second. The damage interval is 1 second. The burn duration is 2 seconds. So a total of... Ooh, wow. That's a pretty big buff. Actually, that's a lot of damage. At max level, that's 55 more than what she had before. You know, if you get the whole thing off. So that's neat. Light Strike Array. They're trying to make her more of a spell hero instead of right clicks, I guess, because you know you can do both with her, and that's what's pretty awesome. Light Strike Array. Mana cost rescaled to be more effective as it goes up, which is pretty good. I feel like sometimes I used to run out of mana a lot. I haven't played Lena in a minute, but Laguna Blade now supercharges Lena, granting her 10 stacks of Fiery Soul for 5 seconds. That's really good. So now I guess you want to lead off with Laguna Blade instead of... I think you'll still want to hit your stun just so they're stunned, but you can stun Laguna Blade and then just right-click the fuck out of them. Good for team fights. I think that's a good buff. Lena's back, baby. Mana Drain, or Lion, Mana Drain, no longer has a mana cost. Can now target allies without the talent. Good! It should have been that way. Well, maybe not, but that could have been like a shard or something. Level 15 talent has been replaced with a negative 2-second hex cooldown. Wow. Replaced with Earth Spike affects a 30-degree cone. Lion is back, baby. He went to hell and back to hell and up from hell and back again to back of hell. Let's go, Lion. Lone Druid. Oh boy. Luna is also a hero that we can play. And her shard was removed and replaced with Moonglaves, which creates 4 glaives that rotate around Luna in a 150-degree radius for 6 seconds, reducing any damage she takes by 20. It deals 75% of her attack damage once per revolution, cooldown 25, mana cost 25. I don't know how many times it goes around, but if 4 glaives go around pretty quickly, that could be a lot of damage. That's like a mini Blade Fury, like damage-wise and just visually. But we got a little boomerang monkey now. Lycan. Fear no longer affects creep heroes. I don't know what that means. Magnus, Horn Toss, now stuns enemy for the duration of the airtime. Oh, man. Collapse is back. Just in time. They don't know what to do with Magnus. They keep changing his Horn Toss because they don't know what you're supposed to do with it. They should just... I would say they should just get rid of it, but Horn Toss is a really good spell for Like, without it, Magnus is not useless, but... This is nuts. Level 15 talent, all stats per hero hit with RP increase from 6 to 8. I didn't know that that was a thing. That's pretty good for Magnus. Magnus players are back. Max, do not pick Magnus. Marcy, Rebound. Ag Shard now decreases rebound cooldown by 3 seconds. Sidekick ability reworked. Good. Buff is now permanent for Marcy and her ally. Spellable only upon death or buffing another ally. Marcy's lifesteal now heals her ally, and they heal each other. If Marcy and her ally are further apart, then blah blah blah, she receives 50% of the bonus, while her ally receives no bonus from the buff till they get closer again. Bonus damage decreased by a lot. Wow, that is huge bonus decrease. What? Lifesteal decreased by a lot. Lifesteal now reduced by 40 versus creeps. Oh my god. Cooldown rescaled to just flat 20 seconds. Dude, that kind of stinks. I mean, I think it's good. It's good that it's just more like a regular, like a normal ability. And the fact that it's permanent is pretty good compared to like a 5-second or however long it was. So generally, I think that's still a buff. But Unleash no longer slows attack speed of towers. Lol. 15 talent rebound replaced with movement damage. Level 12 talent. Level 25 talent. Replaced with 65 sidekick damage. Ooh. Ooh. So you get permanently a bonus of 113 damage with sidekick. That's pretty good. Mars Bulwark. Soldiers are now placed in a wall formation with 2 of them on either side of Mars. Soldiers attack only enemies in front of them in 275 range and knock back any enemy they hit. The enemies are pushed to the... Wow. That's pretty good. 25 talent, mana shield. Like, but is this still... Like, is anyone going to buy this except just to, like, meme? Or is this kind of... Oh! No, the pushback. You can do that in Arena. Yeah. I still think this is a gimmick, like Ag Scepter. It's not great. Maybe you do Ag Scepter Refresher and you just try to keep them in like a corner in your arena as long as possible. That'd be pretty funny. Medusa. Level 25 talent, mana shield, damage per mana increase. Oh my god. They're trying to make Medusa good again. Meepo. Strength gain, generally decreased. Earthbind grants true strike on targets. That's really good. Damn, that's pretty good. Oh, but that used to be... Oh. So they just replaced those. Okay. Well, no one picks Meepo anyways. Miko. Marana. Sacred Arrow. Maximum bonus damage decreased from 180 to go up to 180. Elite base charge time rescaled. Hey, but it's a little bit shorter. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is. It's shorter at the end. But 52 seconds is crazy. Monkey King. I guess because you really couldn't kill Marana that early on. Unless they just jumped like a bunch. Monkey King Boundless Strike. Shard now also applies Primal Spring where Monkey lands. With 50% power of the max channeling duration. Okay. Wukong's command cooldown decreased by 10 seconds at level 1. Sure. I guess it's pretty alright. Morphling. The scepter is reworked. Oh boy. Creates beside himself a strong illusion. The hero basically does 100% of the target's damage, but takes 300% damage. If the illusion is alive when Morphling toggles Morph, he teleports the illusion and destroys it before turning into the enemy hero. Alright. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty neat. I guess. I don't know what the original Scepter used to do, so I can't really... I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff. Morta... I don't even know what Morta does, but... Ooh, if someone dies inside... I think that's the silence. Its time is refreshed. That's pretty good. Mana cost decreased. Gunslinger target bonus search radius increased. Physical body damage reduction. Neat. I don't really know what a lot of this stuff is, but I guess that's good. Naga Siren base armor decreased by 1. Cool. Nature's consuming a tree spawn from Sprout with a Tango no longer grants healing. That sucks. At least it's universal, so no one can get any healing from those trees. But, like... What the fuck, man? Now deals damage for every second of the duration. Damage is dealt in a radius, affecting enemies close to the trees, both inside and outside of the ring. Necro, Ghost Shroud, Axe Scepter removed. Heartstopper Aura, now upgradable by Scepter. Health decay is increased by 60% of his current health regen. Yes. Good, because it kind of seemed like before his ult was giving you stacks for something. Not that it was useless, but that it was just kind of whatever. Night Stalker. Crippling Fear now deals magical damage per second. That's probably good. And Dark Ascension now refreshes cooldowns for non-ultimate abilities on cast. Dang. Level 15 talent Hunter in the night status resistance increase. So that you get like a... Huh. That's pretty good. That's really good, but that's pretty good. Nyx Assassin, Spiked Carapace. Damage reflected increased by a lot. Cooldown rescaled. Vendetta, bonus damage increase. Duration increased. Yeah, for 40 seconds, it's pretty hard to get around at level 6. I mean, it wasn't, but... Dang. Oh, I'm sorry, the bonus damage is decreased. But, yeah, who cares? It's decreased by about 100. That's still enough to scare people. Unrefined Fire Blast on Ogre Magi has been decreased. Oh my god, the damage is, like, cut in half. Oh, but, okay, it deals more damage equal to Ogre's Strength. And now is affected by the 10 talent of a second cooldown on Fire Blast. That's pretty good. Omni Knight. We're getting towards the end a little bit. Heavenly Grace renamed to Repel. No longer oh my fuck, I can't speak, man. No longer grants bonus strength and health regen per dispel debuff. Now it grants bonus strength. Sorry. Water. This is a lot to read. I've read this like 4 times. I don't know what it says. So comment down below if it's decent. Oracle, Purifying Flames, heal per second increased by a lot. Especially early on. Sheesh. Total heal increased. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty solid. OD. OD. Ag Shard, ally movement speed increased from 60 to 70. Okay. I don't know if I like that, but sure. Essence Flux Acceptor now fully prevents the damage that would put OD's HP below 20%. Acceptor max mana as barrier increased from 50 to 75. Sanity, so maybe he was getting killed by axe or something. But no, at 20%, like, you're still gonna get... Wait. You might get killed by axe, I don't know. Sanity's Eclipse now applies a mana allergy debuff, causing them to take damage every time they cast a spell equal to the mana cost of that spell. OD is healed by 150. Wow. Also affects items. That's really good. Now Sanity's Eclipse, instead of just being like a damage spell, it's a little bit more both. Pretty good. Him and Silence, now he's a little bit more like Silencer too, that you for 7 seconds is kind of crazy. That is a team fight that you essentially can't cast spells for, or you have to purge it, or you have to kill OD, but you can't kill him because if you cast spells, then he'll just heal. But that's pretty good. Pango Shield Crash no longer provides damage reduction per hero to Pangolier. Now grants just a flat bonus. Okay. Lucky Shot doesn't disarm. Yes. It now adds attack speed reduction to its targets. You know what? That's better. That's better. I will take that. I will definitely take that. PA Coup de Gras ability reworked. What the? She refines her combat abilities, acquiring a 20% chance of gaining deadly focus buff with each attack. While Phantom Assassin is focused, her next attack will deal a guaranteed crit with a lot of damage and consume the buff. Stifling Dagger has a 40% chance to gain deadly focus. The hit that lands a guaranteed crit may also activate deadly focus buff, making consecutive crits possible. Deadly focus duration 6 seconds. So you can activate it to get a guaranteed crit, essentially. That's pretty solid. PL talents, level 10 talent, Spirit Lance damage decreased, cooldown reduction decreased. A little bit nerf, little bit nerf. Phoenix, Icarus dive, interval damage. Okay, so it just does damage faster. Sunray applies a stackable. Oh, so now whenever you Sunray and Supernova, you might not just insta-die if you do it in the middle of the team. You probably still will, but there's a chance. There is a chance. Primal Beast. Bonus damage per hit decreased by a bunch. Rock Throw now provides an Uproar stack for each enemy hero hit. Neat! That's fun. Stack increased, decreased, increased. It's pretty good, I'd say. Oh, Beast. I'm not a Beast player, so I don't really know. Puck. Ooh, Pudge. See it coming. Puck. Phase Shift, Agnum Shard bonus damage increased from 20 to 35. Oh, God. Dream Coil, Rapid Fire attack rate now mirrors Puck's attack rate. Oh, no. Keeps attacking minions that are stunned by breaking the Dream Coil's leash. Oh, my lord. Puck buffs for a scepter that no one bought before, but maybe they will now. Puck. Pudge now instantly kills illusions, and cast stun on Pudge is now removed if Hook finds a target. What? What is a cast stun? Maybe like as soon as you find a target, you can actually move, so that way you can get your dismember off better without them like blinking out or whatever. Pugna or counterspelling. Pugna, Nether Ward, base damage increased. Cool. Quap. Shadow Strike cooldown decreased. Sheesh. Scream of Pain radius increased. Sonic Wave damage increased by a lot. I mean, it's back to where it kind of used to be-ish. Damage now gets gradually applied over the duration of the knockback. So it's still pure damage. Knockback is undispellable, but it's more of like a damage over time instead of just instant, which I think matches the vibe of the spell a little bit more. And the cooldown's decreased by a bunch at level 18. Razor. Now upgradable by Egg Shard. Increases cast range by Rubik. Telekinesis. Ag Shard. Bonus throw range decreased from 85 to 50. Arcane Supremacy. Cast range decreased from to 60. Wow. Sheesh. Sheesh. Wait. No. It's still good at the end. It's about 10 less than it was. But at level 1, that's tough. Sand King. Sandstorm. Now constantly moves towards Sand King at a speed of 100 milliseconds. Ag Scepter, Burrow Strike, Spine radius now equals 10% of Sandstorm's current radius. Okay, that's good. Decreased from that way, so now you can't just do a level 1 Sandstorm and have all the spikes be giant, is essentially what that means. Egg Shard effect now triggers every second, like it's time based instead of units moved, which is pretty good. 100 replaced with 100 base radius and 25 incremental radius. Dang. Sheesh. Shadow Demon. $20 talent, disseminate shared damage increase from 10 to 15. Pretty good. I mean, obviously that's a buff, it's just one thing. Shadow Fiend base attack range increased from 500 to 525. Egg Scepter damage on return increase from 40 to 60. Shadow Shaman. Mana cost decreased from 100 to 90. Hex now amplifies the damage the target takes by percentage. Yes! Duration increased. Yes! Mana cost increased. No! Oh, cooldown increased. No! Holy shish. 24 at level 1? Wow. Total damage and heal increase. Yeah! But that's kind of nuts. Silencer Glaives of Wisdom Shard now silences all targets hit if glaives bounce. Okay. Level 20 talent becomes the Wisdom bounce, and 20 talent is the Wisdom's bounce, and now 25 is 25% Wisdom damage. That's good. Right click Silencer is back. Luke. Darwin T. Skyrath Mage. Arcane Bolt now creates 2 additional bolts instead of 1. Ancient Seal cooldown reduction decreased from 8 seconds to 7. The 15 talent replaced with 25% Bull Spell Lifesteal. Yeah, because that's just the Scepter. Slot Art. Slithering Crush. Cast point improved. Puddle duration increased. Puddle duration with Ag Scepter increased to holy fuff. Bash of the Deep now passively grants attack damage when in the water. That's pretty good, but yeah, I guess you need the puddle duration. Slark Depth Shroud linger duration decreased to 0.01 seconds. Huh. So pretty much now you can't like leave the shroud and be okay. You just have, once you leave it, you're fucked. Snapfire, Little Shredder, fixed damage per shot increased by a little bit. Mana cost increased by a lot. Little Shredder uses your attack damage replaced with 3 times Little Shredder multi-shot. Wow. 25 talent is Little Shredder. So they just swap those around. So now you really have to wait until 25 to be carry Snapfire. It's just interesting. Sniper Assassinate now also performs an auto attack on the target. Damage decreased from that to that. Whoa! Now is refreshed whenever a sniper kills an enemy hero. This includes all kills by snipers and not just ones from Assassinate. Oh my god. Mana cost decreased by a lot. So sniper can actually use his ult a lot more now, but it does way less damage. Like that's almost a 50% decrease, but I guess you could have full uptime. Like this spell is going to be off cooldown pretty much always. That's pretty good. Spectre base strength decreased by a little bit. Shadow Step is now an ultimate ability. Haunt damage. Whoa, wait. Oh, okay. Because Shadow Step was the one where, yes, I see. Haunt damage taken 20%. No longer casts a spectral dagger on the target. Reality now has a 3-second cooldown, so you can't just swap between your illusions or whatever. And now that casts a dagger on the target. But I thought you casted that on yourself. Haunt. Now granted by Ag Scepter. It's an interesting change. I wonder if that's a buff for global comp. Spirit Breaker, speaking of global comp, here we go. Charge of Darkness, bonus speed decrease by a little bit. Level 20 talent. They just swapped around the bash damage with the bash chance for 20 and 25 talent. That's alright. So we're still in it. Storm Spirit. Ball lightning damage decreased by a little bit. Sven, Stormhammer, radius increased by a lot. God's Strength now also grants slow resistance for the duration. Cool, yeah. Keeping with the times, I like it. Techies. The taser can now be detonated via detonate taser sub ability anytime during the effect to end the AoE explosion. Or with an AoE explosion, that's pretty good. For the duration of the buff, but is unavailable for the first to prevent accidental detonation. Cooldown starts upon cast. Okay. Cooldown rescaled from that to that. TA. Oh, I see him. Tick interval decreased from that to that. Bonus damage increased by a bunch. Terror Blade. Casting meta now ends Demon Zeal prematurely. Demon Zeal ability rework no longer dispels Terror Blade. This was his shard before. No longer dispels TB. Bonus attack speed, movement speed increased from 65 to 100. Whoa. I'm sorry. 100 attack or movement speed? Wow. No longer grants a double to melee units. Now creates which Zemian. What? Okay. Duration increased from 7 to 30 seconds. Cooldown increased from 14 to 60. Can no longer be cast while under the effect of metamorphosis. Casting meta now ends it prematurely. Okay. So it is. It's still something that you can. I guess this is. It's neat for farming for sure, but. And it doesn't grant the double to melee units because it's only able to be used on melee units. Very cool. Tidehunter. Tendrils of the Deep removed. No! Dead in the Water is granted by Shard. He throws a chain that leashes an enemy hero to a heavy anchor, attempting to move more than 350 away. Reduces the hero's movement speed to 100. While dragging the anchor behind them. The anchor can be destroyed with 5 hero attacks. Initial chain deals that. Has travel speed and can be disjointed. Ability removes invisibility and provides fog of war vision on the target. Yeah. New hook skill shot ability hero. Tidehunter just became a little bit more fun. That looks kind of awesome. Tendrils of the Deep was neat, but it was just Lion Stun, but way longer and worse. Level 15 talent gush damage decreased by a bit. Kraken Shell damage block replaced with +4 Kraken Shell damage block per anchor smash kill. Whoa. Counts every hero that dies under the effect of anchor smash debug. Effect is retroactive count. Oh no. So now everyone's going to be trying to get their kills with Tidehunter E. They're going to be saving anchor smash to try and kill them. Right? Oh no, under the anchor smash debuffs. You just use it and try to kill them as fast as possible. Wow, that's fun. That's actually really fun. Temper base damage decreased by 3. Spell amp replaced with +3 whirling death stat loss. Okay. Tinker strength gain decreased by a bunch. Heat seeking missile mana cost increased, thank God. Rearm mana cost increased, thank God. +2% blind duration with 50% laser radius. Heat-seeking missile mini stun decreased by a lot, thank God. Tinker nerfs, good. Tiny Grow now provides some slow resistance. Okay. So Tiny's untouched, which is, I guess, fine. He's in a decent place. Treant Protector. Nature's Guise now considers nature's grass vines as trees. Cool. Tree search radius increased by a lot. Nice. Troll Warlord Rampage ability removed. Nobody used that. So we don't really know what it does. Both Whirling Axe's abilities are accessible at the same time. Casting in them switches him to the other ability mode. Cool. Damage rescaled to be a lot. Wow. Fervor is upgradable by Ag Shard. Increases the stacks by 4. Aggress Troll. Sorry, man. Troll World is just so boring, you know. Fervor stack to fire an additional ranged attack to any unit within the ranged attack range plus 175. Tusk. Tag team now passively grants attack speed slow aura. Okay. That's pretty good. That's really good. What? Now passively... Wait. So just Tusk, now you can't hit him? Or does that mean, well, it's active? No, because it says passively. So this is a passive ability. What the fuff? Underlord Firestorm cooldown increased. Boo! Ag Shard now allows targeting allies. Yay! Pit of Malice improved. Yay! Burn damage decreased. Boo! Undying. Oh boy. Base damage decreased by 4. Decay cooldown increased to a lot. Soul Rip. Yeah, alright. Undying is dead. I mean, the 3 seconds, like, bruh. He's not dead. He's still going to be fine. He's been nerfed so many times and he keeps being relevant. Ursa ability gain increased to a bunch. Overpower now also grants slow resistance. Those talents are whatever, probably. No, I'm not going to read it. Venge. Base attack speed increased from 100 to 110. Neat. Now reduces their attack damage by a lot. That's pretty good. 10 talents. Another swap damage increased from 150 to 200. Talent wave of terror arm reduction from 3 to 4. Venomancer. Level 10 talent. Poison sting health. Regen reduction decreased from 20 to 15. Viper strike decreased. Increased. The durations increased to 6. Initial attack slows decreased. Wow. Oh, increased by a lot. Jeez, God, I can't read. It's doubled. Damage per second decreased by a little bit. Projectile speed increased by a lot. Huge buffs for Viper Strike. Nosedive cast range increased from 375 to 475. That's also a huge buff. Another toxic cooldown replaced with Become Universal. I remember seeing this one in the emoji patch notes, and I was like, what the fuck? Because this didn't seem like a thing that would be good. Or not necessarily good, but just like if you're playing the whole game as an agility hero, but now you can become a universal at 25. Is that like a positive? That's a crazy mechanic. And like, why can Viper do that? You know, like, what's the lore? Anyways, Visage. No one plays Visage. Void Spirit, Aether Remnant. Ag Shard now makes non-hero units take 30% of abilities damage every second they spend on a remnant path instead of full damage. Phase duration increased by a bunch. Resonant Pulse. Ag Scepter base charge restore time decreased to a lot. Void Spirit, I guess, can be used a bunch now. Warlock. Oh boy, here's some reading. We'll now spawn an imp that lasts for 15 seconds. Ah yes, the very cool imp model, which is just a tiny golem. The stats improve with each level of Fatal Bonds. Ag Shard now also increases the level of imps by 1. They cannot be controlled and chase after nearby units, favoring heroes. Oh, they cannot be controlled. This is bad English. Imps cannot be controlled and chased after nearby units, favoring heroes affected by fatal bonds. So that means that, yeah, they can't be controlled, but they can chase after nearby units. Upon reaching the target or dying, imps explode, dealing a bunch of damage in a 400 radius. Imps don't spawn from denied enemies. You can deny if they're under fatal bonds now. I don't know if they could before. Imp health is a lot. Damage is a little bit. Move speed is okay. Explosion delay is 0.2. Imp seeks any targets in that radius. And attack the nearest building if there are no valid targets. Imps don't explode while attacking a building. Upheaval. Shard now summons imps from the current level of fatal bonds, sharing the same stats and changes. Chaotic Offering Golem now has 60% slow resistance. Mana cost is up higher. So this is an interesting Warlock change. He's making a little bit more of like a, I mean, you can't control these, so it's whatever, but yeah, I'd say it's generally a buff, and it's not a nerf. Maybe I can't remember what his old shard was, unless it was the AoE heal, which was really good. But Weaver Shikuchi reworked. Now procs Geminate attack after exiting it. Procs still search for marked enemies in a radius. Sheesh. Lots of damage. Pretty good. One Ranger. 15 talent cooldown decreased. Shackle shot duration increased. Talent focus fire kills cooldown decreased. It's whatever. Not crazy. Winter Wyvern. Max HP per second increased. Wyvern can no longer deal physical damage to units by people affected by curse. Affected units now take more magical damage and pure damage for Wyvern and units under her control. What? Oh. Yeah, the cooldown's decreased. I thought that this meant like they took more 30% more magical. I didn't hear and pure damage. Well, yeah, it is magical and pure damage. So I guess, but they're only right clicking under her control unless she can micro them, which would be kind of nuts. But I don't think that's true. So maybe if they have magical, yeah, like Mjolnir or whatever, stuff like that. Witch Doctor. Strength gain decreased from 2.3 to 2.1. Cask bounce delay decreased. Whoa. Wow. That's a big change. Death Ward now deals pure damage and pierces debuff immunity just immediately. What the fuck? Damage decreased by a lot. Ag Scepter attacks can now be bounced to creep. Heroes prioritized. Voodoo Switcheroo attack speed reduction increased. Mana cost increased. Pretty good Witch Doctor buffs. I mean, I feel like he was already alright, so what the fuck. But Wraith King. Skeletons, all the skeleton build. Skeletons now deal 25% more damage to heroes, and their armor is increased by 2. Sheesh. Level 10 talent life steals increased to 10%. Sheesh. Talent, right? The stun duration is increased to 0.5. Sheesh. Big Wraith King buffs coming out. He's back. And finally, to wrap it all off, we have Zeus. Ult damage decreased by a good amount, but now also deals damage equal to up to 10% of the target's max HP. Wah. Lightning Hands. Ability changed from autocast to toggle. So there you go. That's pretty good. Overall, pretty solid update. Lots of cool stuff happened. Let me know what y'all think down below. I don't know who's going to be busted. I'm excited to see who it is. I'm excited to do this, release this video, and then not play Dota for a week. Goodbye.